y'all, what's up? It's your girl Rrari Gelato. Welcome to Hood Shit with a Hood Chick. Thank everybody for tuning in. I'm gonna wait till more people join before I just carry on and run into the show. Um, Hope everybody's taking care, staying sanitized, washing your hands. Um, Today's show is gonna be brief. I'm gonna basically just touch on everything that Hood Shit will cover in future shows when we have guests, what segments we have. Um, I won't hold you long today though. I am your resource plug, not only for music but for second chances. We are had to jump up here, kind of short. Um, So today we're going to talk about recidivism, which is going to be a basic overview of the show because that's going to be the main reason for Hood Shit. We really want to get everyone who doesn't have the resources or doesn't know where the resources are to get to where you need to be next. Um, when you're when you come home from prison, first of all, recidivism is basically going back to prison after you've been released, and we're trying to bring those numbers down so that we're not going in and it's not a recycling cycle. Um, so I want to be able to give you the resources that you need to go farther, or if you're having trouble getting those resources, or if you need someone to help you get those resources, you could always reach out. I have a list of resources that help, whether it be housing, cars, food, banks. There's a list, there's a plethora of second chance opportunities for ex convicts, anyone coming home. And we all know that it's hard for us to get a job, get basic necessities when we come home. We basically come home and have nothing. So it's like starting all over again. I say we because I have been in those shoes. Um, it's been a while, but I've been there. I had to start over a couple of times. Um, there are resources out there that can help you with everything: child care, getting a car, down payments, um, counseling. Whether it just be you need someone to talk to. Some people just need someone to talk to when they come home. They don't feel comfortable talking to everybody. It's because you put that wall there and that you have to re-break down. Um, there's we'll be talking to the probation officers, the counselors. We're gonna go down a list of people. We'll actually have guests who are those people. It's probably people you see every day and you would never know because who asked. Um, there's also we'll have segments dedicated to how did the kids feel? How did they deal with their feelings while you were gone or while you weren't there? Um, hey, thanks everybody for tuning in. Anybody who's tuning in, y'all please share the live. I appreciate it. Um, let's see, we're going to talk about transitional housing. We'll actually get to go to some of the transitional housings, do some walkthroughs. They'll tell you how it works. A lot of people don't like to try things like that. I've had a lot of people who don't like to go through the programs. The stipulations for the programs are too hard. Um, Sometimes you just need someone to talk to. Maybe you didn't understand what it was you had to do, or you didn't know what to do to get to the next step so that you could get to where you needed to be. Um, we have people who can help you get your birth certificate, social security cards, driver's license ID, because we all know how hard those things are to get when you come home when you have none of those things. Um, we know about second chance banks, second chance housing, because it's hard to get housing or any kind of place to stay when you don't have any, when you have felonies or when you have a background. So we have second place chances who help with those. Um, we do all that within we're going to talk about all that within the recidivism process. Um, we'll have guests come on and who have been to prison and who are coming home, and they'll tell us what programs helped them, what how it felt for them to come home, and why they didn't use the help or why they couldn't get the help, so that we can try to patch those things and make it easier. I'm working with a lot of people, food banks, the counselors, as I said. We work with a lot of different people just to try to make bigger um, a bigger branch, more branches, so that it's easier for you to get help. Um, we also will do talk about fundraising. If you're trying to start a business, how you can do that. Artists who need their ASCAP and BMI, we'll have somebody come on and show you walk you through how to do it. It's not too hard. Um, those are things that you have to have as an artist. So we're not just only I'm working through everything. If you need management, I know managers. I could link you in, or if I could lead you in the right direction. If you need help getting into shows, we have people we can talk to help you do that. So I am your resource plug. If you just hit me up, email, DM, uh, anywhere. You could call my phone probably through Facebook, and I'd be more than happy to assist you with if it's walking you through something or getting you someone who can walk you through something. We'll talk about the benefits you should receive as you come home. A lot of people don't take advantage of the things that you can get when you come home. There's uh, food stamps. There's money they'll help you get. They'll give you little small grants to help you get clothes for interviews. They'll walk you through everything. There's processes. There's people out there who will walk you through these steps personally and help you get to where you need to be. Nobody wants to see anybody hurting. We're just trying to get everyone to build themselves up. I'd rather see you out here doing good and asking for help than out there doing bad and not asking for any help. Um, if you ask me for any help, I don't talk to too many people. So if you ask me for help, you need something, and I can lead you in the right direction, it's confidential. I won't have to tell anybody. Just let me know. Then we'll talk about how it affects the families as you were gone, while you were gone, and how it affected them when the offender came home, so that how it was to work back into the family routine. We know it's hard being somewhere gone all that time and then just try to come back in and they just throw you back into life like you've been there forever. So we know that there are a lot of people who need help with many different things, the child care. There's all kinds of things out there to help you. I don't know how you don't know how important it is. Just to ask a question could get you somewhere that you could ask a simple question about housing, and never know you might end up in a house a couple of weeks from now. It's that simple. Don't be afraid to ask for the help. A lot of people are afraid. Most of the men that I've talked to don't ask for help when they come home, or don't look for help through the government assistance or through the second chance places, only because they're not used to asking for help. I'm from the streets. Y'all can call me and ask me. I'm sure I could help you walk through something, walk you through whether it's just finding a job or finding somewhere that hires felons. I have a list of those. Hit me up. Um, I have a list of places that help with daycare. I have a list of places who help with food. I have a list of places that help with just helping you. Um, Counselors. I could go over this stuff over and over again, but it's that important for me to get that through to y'all, that these things are out there for you to get help. There's places that you can go when you come home from prison, and you'll be in a transitional house, but they could help you move into another house, and so they'll help you they'll help put you in an apartment to where and help furnish that apartment, help you get a car, and help you with childcare with your kids. So it's not always hard. It's not always bad to ask for help. Sometimes asking for help could be the means to an end. Did I say that right? Um, but we also do clothing drives, school drives, um, blanket drives. Shouts out to the rest of the Party Angels radio team. Um, we'll be doing a school drive probably here soon, but we'll let you know. We'll drop links. Um, when you're going to jobs and you're applying for jobs as a felon, we all know how big of a letdown that could be to for someone not to want to watch or want to hire you, knowing that you can do the job. Sometimes it's just knowing what to say. As a federal inmate, when you come home, you are actually federally bonded, which means you're insured. So if you go to a job, you should be able to go to that job and fill out that application with confidence, still knowing that you have that felony, because you have now become an asset to that company because you are able to be claimed as a tax credit. So, and each company, all these companies, they get so much off for each felon that they hire. So if you just let them know that, more than likely they'll give you a chance. It's not so many employers who don't want a tax cut. So with that being said, if you need help finding those papers, because there is one that you can print off. If you need help finding those papers, get with me. I can help you, walk you through that to get that to you. There's also help from the government when you go through DHS to get help. When you come home as a inmate, as a felon, you are still eligible to get SNAP benefits. You're unless unless your case had something to do with snaps, um, some kind of SNAP fraud. Other than that, you are eligible for snaps. Uh, that little bit of food could help a lot. It could stop you from being hungry a couple of days. It could get just so you could have some money. There's also programs that you can go through TWC, and if you're not hired with some of those programs, then they'll pay for you to go to school. So even if you don't win, you still kind of win because you can still go to school if that's something you're looking at. You can also, I'm all over the place here. I got like a whole list of stuff to go through. Um, I also have a list of places that you can do your community service with. Um, as long as they're registered, they're pretty good about giving you your hours and helping you finish those hours and keeping you in tune. If you need those, hit your girl up. Um, talk about um, housing, banks. As far as the second chance stuff goes, second chance things are different with everything. So there's second chance for cars, there's second chance for banks, there's second chance for housing, there's second chance for um, almost anything you can think of you messed up at first. If you need help, someone to help you fix your credit, I have a list of those people too. They're actually pretty good people. If you have building your credit would be one of the harder things to do, but it is one of the easiest things to start taking care of. You can, with your credit, with building your credit and paying attention to what you're doing, you can build your credit up, and it also takes away some of the shade from the felonies from the background that you have. Uh, Paper matters. A paper trail matters to some people, especially if you're trying to open up a business, if you're trying to just get yourself on your feet legitly. Um, those paper trails matter. Having no credit could stop you from getting an apartment. There's second chance places for that. They'll work with you. You may have to pay an extra fee. It'd be like a double deposit, and they'll help you get into an apartment, um, somewhere that you can grow. Then they have the banks that do the same way. Maybe you messed up your banking and you needed help. They have second chance banks. Wells Fargo does it, BBVA, Bank of America. There are a few different ones who do it. They also hire felons. There's a list of places that you wouldn't even imagine would hire felons, and they do. You have Bank of America hires felons. BBVA hires felons. Um, Wells Fargo, I do believe it hires felons. I have a whole list. I don't have it in front of me, but I'm guarantee if you hit me and you need that list, I will get that to you. Um, had the list of the apartments, jobs, banks. If you need counselors, I have a list of that. Food pantries, and how TWC can help you when you walk in. Um, we'll talk. We'll go more into the TWC. I have um, planning on walking in and sitting with a counselor and letting her walk us through. Like I'll be the applicant and she'll walk me through the process to see if I get hired, then I get this and I can do this at that job. Or if I don't get hired, then they can offer another program or offer schooling. They'll pay for school. So those are things to look into. Goodwill is pretty great about hiring felons. They will also help you with school, child care, job, school, child care, and housing. So if you go to their site, if you haven't ever been to Goodwill site, they're not just a secondhand thrift store. They will help you, and it's an okay job. It's not a bad job. I actually worked there at one point in my life. Um, I'm not gonna keep y'all long. If y'all have any questions for me, if y'all need anything, that's basically what we're gonna be talking about. We also have segments coming to you. I have Who Raised You Hoes? Who Raised You Hoes will be about things you see in the world and you're like, whose mama raised you? But in my words, you'd say, who raised you hoes? Because you know that's not something they supposed to be doing. You know it's not something why would you do that? Who raised you hoes? So we'll be we'll have that segment. We might add a couple of segments. Those segments might not be on every show, but they will be there. If you like them, you'll be able to tune in every couple of weeks. It'll be every 2 weeks. So not this week. Next week, you'll have a Who Raised You Hoes. And then 2 weeks after that. So I'm here by myself, kind of talking to myself. That's why I'm saying so many times. But we also will have family time to where it's not just the kids telling how they felt. We'll hear from your parents or whoever had to take care of your children or whoever had to take care of you while you were gone. Um, this is just something so that everybody sees all the way around how it feels to go in or come out or be a child on the outside looking in at your parents and you can't get to them or you can't talk to them. But this is how they felt. We'll also talk to teachers. Let's see, talk to teachers. We'll be going to all kinds of different businesses just to see what their process is in hiring felons. If I go to a business and I'll ask them, hey, how's your day? I'm here. I want to apply for a job, but what is your process on hiring felons? If that's the case, a lot of times people get let down. Recidivism comes in when you go to apply for a job and you can't get that job. It's aggravating, especially when you know you're more than qualified for that job. Um, it's aggravating, especially after time and time again, the doors keep shutting and the doors keep shutting. It's like you go back to the same things and you end up back in the streets and you back to doing what you was doing before and back to the pen. So we want to stop that. I want to put a halt in that plan. So if there's ever a time you're looking for a job and you just really can't find it, and you feel like you've exhausted all your lanes, or even before you get that far, reach out to me. Pretty sure I can help you. I'm pretty sure I can put you in with a company who can help you. I'd rather see everybody doing good. So with that being said, I don't have too much more for you guys. I'm your resource plug. My name is Rrari Gelato. Um, Next week we will have guests. I'm not gonna say who, but we will have guests. I'll also be walking through TWC. We're gonna have them walk through with us and show us what all programs they can offer and everything that they have, other than just the jobs in the schools, because they have way more to offer than that. They're not just the unemployment people either. Um, Although they help them. So with that being said, I'm gonna let you guys go. It's been a pleasure. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Um, I'm Rrari Gelato. This is Hood Shit from a Hood Chick, and I'm signing out. Y'all have a great night.